Hello everyone and welcome back to more Roommates. Let's get things moving right along because I think we want to see if we can end this soon. Maybe one more episode, if we can manage. Here we go. Yeah, okay, give me a call tomorrow and we'll run down the set list, okay? You got it, man. I think tonight I'm gonna take Sally out.
Aww.
Yeah, seems like a good plan. Memphis and I wave goodbye to each other. I know Sally is home, though with finals coming up pretty soon. Play the event, of course. We're always gonna play the event. I grab my jacket and head back outside. Unless I miss my guess, she should be around right about now.
Hey, Max.
I spin around and spot Sally coming back. Oh hey, looks like I was late coming out.
I'm glad you came out anyway. Here, let me put Veggie away and we'll just go for a walk, the two of us.
20 minutes later, Sally and I are walking around town, hand in hand. It's a little embarrassing, but she's cute, so it's alright. It's never embarrassing to be walking around with a cute girl.
So if we can get enough signatures, the dean promised to look into the issue.
Which issue? Wow, nice work, Sally. You're really taking a stand here.
They're not holding hands. Well, yeah, my poli-sci professor says he'll give me extra credit for it, so it's not entirely altruistic.
How are you doing in that class anyway?
Pretty well. The professor used to participate in protests all the time when he was a student. He's been pretty inspirational.
That's my lady. Gonna change the world one day.
Hopefully more than once. What about you? You want to sign our petition?
Yeah, sure. Show it to me when we get back.
You know, I hope your band does take off. There's nothing like a rock star to get a message out there.
Oh, you're gonna use me, huh, Sally, huh? I grin as Sally squeezes my hand. Well, every great rock star needs an activist girlfriend. Keeps me from getting all strung out on crack. I guess. I can get all strung out on the environment. I hear you can get hella high huffing oil-covered seagulls.
What? That might be a little off message. Still, good to know your heart's in more or less the right place.
More or less. Hey, if it's in your hands, I know it's the right place. Well, let me know when your next protest is, I'll come bail you out. Don't play it too safe, I like a troublemaker.
What?
I don't know, there's an odd choice.
Why do we need to say anything, either of these?
I don't know, this sounds a bit more, playful. I like a troublemaker.
I'll just bet you do. Don't worry, I don't plan on giving you an easy time.
Sounds fun to me. I look forward to taking everything you can dish out. Sally pulls me close and kisses my cheek. See, she liked that, I told you.
I think you'll be more than a handful for me too, boy.
Sally smiles as we continue our walk. After a little while, we find a nice bench. We watch the sun set as we talk, my arm around her. Cool. Yes.
Our grades are max.
And she likes a bad boy too. Oh, wow. Then we don't need to take classes anymore. I should probably realize that.
Whatever. What else are we gonna do?
I don't know. I guess we would max out other stats, but what's the point?
Sleep.
Tonight's the big night. Everything I've worked for comes down to tonight. All right, Max. We've got everything ready. Well, just about. We've got the flyers all printed up and the spare stuff all ordered. Had to get some spare amps and a few new mics. Long story short, bro, it's time to pay the piper. Oh, this is where I have to pay him money, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, alright, but otherwise, we're all ready to go, right? Yeah, though I don't think Gan's paying us until after tonight. So you'd better have the money up front. How much money do we need after all? I don't even know.
But why are we having a party on a Wednesday?
I don't know, that's weird. Or we can call everything off. It'd piss some people off, but I guess it's better than starving in a gutter somewhere. Must you always be so dramatic?
How much do we need?
Play the event? Hopefully we have enough.
Crap.
A few hours later, I'm standing in a rented party hall, watching everything get set up.
This party hall is so familiar.
It is the one we were at before. Remember when we had that other party?
Yes.
And we're like, it looks like a wedding reception rather than...
Yeah, can you imagine Max's band playing here?
Not at all. It looks like Anne went out of her way to get this whole thing going right. I can even see a bartender setting up shop. Hopefully she won't mind a few extra guests when our fans show up. Finally I spot the band coming in. There you jerks are. I thought you'd stood me up. You wish. Then you would have had all the stage to yourself. As the band files in, I'm a little surprised to see Sally helping them carry instruments up to the makeshift stage they set up. As she puts down the instrument she's carrying, she comes over to give me a quick kiss.
You need anything else, sweetie? Otherwise I'll go see if Anne needs a hand.
Nah, I think we're good. Thanks for the help, Sally. She smiles and blows me a kiss as she goes off to help Anne. After another hour or so, I hear Anne yelling across the hall.
Uh-oh. Okay, everyone, I'm going to open the door. Close the curtain. You're on in 20 minutes, Max.
I give her a thumbs up and she smiles as the curtain closes. I can hear the crowd gathering and take a quick peek through the curtain. The band is almost ready. Our sound checks are long since finished. We're just making sure everything's locked down. Good crowd out there. Looks like we got a lot of attention. Yeah, I'll bet. That flyer was badass. I grin at Memphis and close the curtain. A few minutes later, I hear Anne walking on the stage. I guess we made the right decision with the flyer.
Everyone, thank you very much for coming to attend my end of the year party. I know a lot of you are freshmen like me. And if nothing else, we first year should stick together. So let's not let this year be the last we see each other. I hope we can support each other and be friends all through college.
She's laying it on a little thick, but I'm sure she's just excited. The crowd roars in appreciation of the sentiment, though. Good to hear they appreciate it.
And with that in mind, here's another band fronted by another first-year student just like us. So I hope you're ready to rock like never before. May I present Back Alley Flash!
The curtains pull back almost instantly, and I strum a chord, taking a quick look at my band before grinning and hitting immediately into our first song. As I look over the crowd, I can tell the house is full. Everyone cheers as we really get going on our first number. This is going to be a great set. At least when I look carefully, I can spot all of our roommates here, ready to enjoy the show. Even Dushanik showed up. Back Alley Flash plays its heart out for the next 70 minutes. By the end, the crowd is cheering and loving it. Yeah, we did it, man. I can see the bartender standing bored. Looks like everyone was too enraptured to even go after the drinks. When the crowd inevitably calls for an encore, we give it to them, playing a fast dance number. Most of the crowd grabs a partner and starts dancing up a storm. Oh look, Rakesh is gonna get it on with the girl, Carmen. I noticed Rakesh grabbing Carmen for a dance. I'm surprised to see Carmen grab Rakesh's ass. Though the grin on his face tells me it's alright with him. What do you think about that?
I thought Rakesh liked boys.
I think he likes both. And I can see all the other roommates dancing together, making a nice circle. Finally, we finish our set, and the curtains close on us. The band stands up, stretches after a long set, and cheers. We did a damn fine job out there. Not bad, you stage hog. Ha! Not bad yourself, jerkface.
Okay.
I give him a quick hug before high-fiving Jerry and Slim. Memphis won't let that stand though, and drags us all in for a group hug. Suddenly, Slim's boyfriend breaks us up by wrapping his arms around her. We all laugh as she turns to slug him one in the stomach for sneaking up on her. Luckily, she's not the only one with backstage visitors. Sally comes running backstage to plant a big kiss right on my lips. I smile broadly, hugging Sally close. Finally, we all head back out into the crowd to revel in our adoration of our new fans. This is the true definition of a rock god.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah. We make our way over to the roommates who are still gathered. Alright, how was it, really? That was a damn good show, Max. I didn't know you actually had hard work in you. Aw, I'm gonna blush, douchebag. Thanks. Everyone laughs and congratulates me on a job well done. And with that, I think everyone deserves a drink on me.
Wait, do we have money for that?
That's why we needed the extra money. Everyone cheers as we go forth to celebrate the end of the year for a little longer. Damn, that was a good show.
Our money went up, so I guess it's okay.
I guess it worked out after all. Sweet. Nice. So was that like the last big event and everything's coming to an end, I guess?
Oh,
no, still have stuff happening. All right, kids, you've got finals next week, so I'm sure you've all got plenty of studying to do. I could try teaching you something that's going to be on your finals, but really, why should I start teaching now? What a jerk. A jerk to the very end. The professor throws a slide on the projector that just says, study, before walking out of the room. What a professional. Half the class opens their books and starts studying, the other half starts standing up to pick up their things. Not sure which I should do. Play the event, I guess. If I'm gonna study, I'm gonna do it at my own place.
Seriously, we are already 999.
I pick up my things and head out the door with a bunch of the other students with the same idea. I make my way over to the cafe. I figure I'll get a bite while I'm studying.
Wow, Max, I guess the gang's all here.
I look towards Sally's voice and see that all my roommates are really here. They've all gathered around a table in the corner. Looks like even Isabella took a break from work to sit down. We all just kept coming in one by one. I suppose our minds have thought alike. Sally waves at me, smiling and patting an empty seat.
Wait, she even brought the dog? To a place of eating?
Is everyone else's professor as crazy as Professor Task? No, he's the only asshole with tenure around here. I think the schedule's all just worked out.
He's the only one with tenure, and he's just like power hungry. Wow, we almost never get to do this. This is so nice.
Yeah, we should get together more often. Most of you are pretty alright. Oh look, it's all them together one last time. Isabella reaches out to punch me in the arm as she laughs.
It's been a long year, hasn't it?
It really has been.
Lots of fun, though.
Yeah, I think this has been the most fun I've ever had this year. I'm just happy you managed to learn something. Like, one singular thing. I don't know what exactly, but... Oh, shut up. Honestly, you guys, thanks for everything this year. How about this? I know I got here late, but everyone gets a drink on me, huh?
He just keeps doing
We're
it.
very generous these days. That's cool. Everyone's gonna like us. Everyone around the table cheers as I stand up and go over to the counter to make a drink order. As I wait for the other clerk to get my order ready, I look back at the table with all my roommates, friends, sitting around it. This has been a good year, and frankly, I can't wait to see what happens next. The next 2 weeks fairly flew by. Between my finals and everyone else's, I barely got any time to spend with my friends. I put a lot of work into this last final, but it's not really my last one. Sometimes the idea of 3 more years of this seems incredibly daunting, which is precisely why I don't want to think about getting caught up in this college bull in the first place. I probably wouldn't even be on campus today if I hadn't needed to sell back some books. As long as I was here though, I went ahead and printed off my grades for the year. Despite all the craziness this quarter, I've even managed to keep my grades up. Just goes to show exactly how amazing I am, I kept my grades up without even trying. As I walk back towards Latin House to pack some things up for a trip back home, a couple of people wave at me. I think they probably caught my show a few weeks back. I give them a wink and a smile. The 2 of them seem fairly happy to see me. The concert went alright. We could have done better, but at least our name's getting out there. Finally, sitting back on the porch of Latin House, I think over all the things I've done this year. Smiling to myself, I open the door and head inside. And almost immediately run into Sally.
Whoa! Oh, hey, Max.
Whoa. Sorry, Sally. We spent a few moments apologizing to each other. For my part though, I can't help but wonder how I ended up with this bleeding heart vegetarian. I lean down to pet Vegemite. I don't have to lean as far as I used to. He's really gotten much bigger. He licks my hand as he grins happily at me. He really is a sweet dog, almost as sweet as his owner. As I pet him, I just find myself feeling content and happy. Yeah, she's a bleeding heart, but that just means she's not afraid to stand up for what she believes in, and my rock and roller soul really appreciates that.
What? Do I have something on me?
What? No, you're fine. Damn fine, if you ask me.
Okay. You were just giving me a goofy grin, you smooth talker, you. Oh, actually, can I ask you a favor?
Sure, what's up, baby?
I was down at the dog park in town a couple weeks back and met someone with a dog like Vegemite. She's a mutt, too. We were talking about what breed we thought they were. Well, anyway, long story short, I promised to house sit for a little bit this summer since the 2 get along so well. Wanna come help me walk her?
You're sure you're not trying to bring another dog home, right?
Shut up and come on already.
She smiles as we head down the street, off to pick up some strange dog. 25 minutes later, the 2 of us are walking down the walking lane in the campus park.
Oh,
look, we got
a
friendly puppy. Look at that. How cute.
They're really big. Look how big Vegemite got.
Yeah, he definitely grew. He's not a little puppy anymore.
Aw, the
Luckily,
puppies.
this new dog is well behaved.
The new dog looks like it's trying to leave. It's like not even walking the same direction. Thanks for coming out with me, Max. I appreciate the help. Last time I tried to walk both at once, they just set about chasing each other. Dragged me halfway around the park.
Well, if that's all you're looking for, we can time the 2 different trees and I can drag you around behind some trees. Oh,
Max. Ha, don't be gross, Max. Also, we're not leaving the dogs unsupervised. At least Vegemite's neutered. Means I can trust him a lot more than I trust you.
Oh. Words hurt, my dear. Words hurt. Sully just laughs at me. Well, with me. See, this is why I keep you around. You don't put up with my crap.
I thought you kept me around for my veggie-fueled body and that thing I do in the sack you love so much.
Oh. Look, I'm not saying you don't come with some additional benefits.
Oh, did you upgrade me to the full package? Do I come with climate control?
Well, I've certainly turned up the heat doing that thing in the sack you love so much. I love it when I can get Sally to blush.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm glad you're here with me. I'm always happy when you're around.
Even when I'm making bacon?
Don't push your luck, chump. Yes, even when you're performing questionable acts of animal consumption.
That's what they call it? Good, because I'm happy with you too. We pause in our walk, ignoring for a brief moment the tug on our arms.
The dogs are running away.
When her lips meet mine, as the sun sets in the distance, I feel like I've made all the right choices in my life. The happy sigh coming from her as we kiss in the road tells me she feels the same. I tell you the magic broke when the tugging on our arms became a bit more insistent, but honestly, the magic never did break. Aw, how sweet. So yeah, that's the last thing I remember doing my first year of college. It's been years since I thought about my college days. As I look back at the time I spent in Latin House, it was definitely the start of a new chapter for me. The world seemed full of new possibilities, and I think I really wanted to seize all of them. I really pushed myself academically. I probably devoted a little too much time to studying,
Maybe.
But I guess I was tired of people thinking I was just an idiot with a bit of musical talent. Seeing my mom and pop's face when I double majored in business and music, and got a degree for both, it was almost worth it. Whatever did happen to the others? It's hard to remember everybody these days. Let's see. Anne finished her degree in library science.
Hey!
And then just stayed on at the university. They gave her a job at the library. Last I heard from her, she was up to her 4th degree. Sometimes I feel like she broke out of one cage and got trapped in another one. But she seems happy, and I know she meets way more people these days. Isabella eventually went back to Mexico. She stayed pretty much exactly long enough to get her master's in teaching. I long ago lost count of the boyfriends and girlfriends she had during the course of college, but to her credit, she never cheated on any of them.
Okay.
She writes every once in a while and promised to put me up if I ever make my way down there. Dominic finally managed to get his physics degree about the same time I was graduating. Of course, with the job market the way it was at the time, he didn't have any great prospects right off the bat. He spent the next few years continuing to provide RA functions for the university, thanks to his record. Eventually, he got a job with one of those space exploration startups.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. The other week, I got some spare bolts from one of their test flights. It's pretty cool stuff. Oh, but I've left out Sally, haven't I? And Rakesh as well.
Yeah, but...
Rakesh? No one knows what happened to Rakesh. Some say he still wanders around to this day. But to Sally managed to get us into a fair amount of trouble. We even got arrested a few times during our college years. Usually it was just at some protest where we'd taken in with a bunch of others. We generally got off with slaps on the wrists. When we weren't protesting, everything was great. She got pretty big into yoga for a while, and we did that together. I helped to keep her from adopting every stray in the greater metropolitan area. It was a pretty good run. Luckily, before I had to put a final stop to any protesting, she managed to get noticed by a national animal rights advocacy group. Apparently, her willingness to put herself out there had really caught their eye. Their cause was right up her alley. She buckled down and got her communications degree, and had a job waiting for her right out of college. She does publicity, actually. Between my band and her career, it was a little hard to keep things going. We ended up with a long-distance relationship for a while. Both of us had a traveling lifestyle, but we always had each other to come back to. Finally, after working on a joint venture for an ethical farming campaign, I just asked her to move in with me. We're not together all the time, but we've been sharing this place ever since. As for me, well... Back Alley Flash definitely got a kickstart that first year of college. We kept working on our act while I was at college, but after college... The band did alright in the years after college. We managed to get a small following, nothing huge, but enough to keep us living off our music. We got a couple of songs on the radio that brought in the sales for a bit. My concentration on classes during college had already put a bit of a strain on the group. We broke up after just a couple of years. Oh. Wait, so maybe we shouldn't have focused on classes so much? And we would have done better in the band?
I don't
I don't know. It's a mystery. I still talk to Memphis on occasion. We both do music scores for video games, though for different companies. But yeah, everything else about me you probably already know. And at any rate, that's good enough for now.
But you didn't tell us about Rakesh, Max.
I feel like I've been talking about myself for ages. How about you? How was your college experience? Oh, and that's the end. Excellent job.
Yay.
That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I wonder if that's the thing, and I guess our audience will have to tell us if maybe if we focus less on schoolwork, if our band would have done better, or maybe there's some other way to have them like be a big group, or maybe it's just not possible. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So if you do know, leave that information in the comments. Otherwise, I'm pretty satisfied with that ending.
Yeah.
Seems that everything worked out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the Lead Street Boys. So that was a lot of fun. Roommates.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
cheese man did sound effects.
Some interesting names. Halloween music. And hell. So yeah, how would you rate the game?
I liked it.
It was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. I liked the story. It was pretty fun all throughout. I mean, I would say that some of the like the classes were a bit much, like having to grind up the stats. You know, I'm not a big fan of that in games, but it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And even though like it was a lot of, you have to plan out the stats in advance, and we did that off screen after a while, it kind of got a bit annoying, and we did it on easy, so I imagine if we did it on normal, it would have been even more troublesome. You know, I kind of like just sitting back and seeing the story unfold.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. I think I just have to click here, and yeah, that's the end of it. But yeah, a good game. I know that a lot of you seem to enjoy it, and I hope you were satisfied with the ending. There may be a point where we choose to do another route, and it probably won't be something we do right away, but keep an eye on that for the future. In the short term, we're still probably going to be doing some Magical Diary, because we haven't recorded the ending of that yet. And I think the next game that I plan to do, I think we're actually going to try out Cinders. A game that's been highly recommended. We did during our, a game that I talked about briefly during our visual novel talk with Chris Stenarium, and one that he always talks about, so I'm probably going to try playing the full thing and see what I think of the full thing. So yeah, we have that to look forward to next, and that'll probably be starting shortly after this part's uploaded, so that's what we have to look forward to in the short time. Anything else you want to say? Any final concluding thoughts on the game?
Yay!
Yay.
We did it! But I'm sad that we didn't find out what happened to Rakesh. I'm going to assume that he became a famous artist and lived with Carmen.
Well, with Carmen, yes, that girl we
The girl
saw
who grabbed his ass.
that near the ending, and a few times during the game itself. That's a possibility. I don't know. We don't comment on Rakesh's ending. That's a bit weird, but sure, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time in the next game.
Bye!